Hi guys, welcome to the video, and today I want to talk about a muscle that is so important for glute strength and glute performance. If this muscle isn't working optimally, then your glutes won't fire and they'll be kind of shut down. And if your glutes are shut down, then that's going to create all sorts of compensation patterns up and down the body, and tightness, and compensation patterns lead to injury. So you really need, for many reasons, you need your glutes working at optimum, except that this muscle, doesn't matter how many glute strength exercises you do, if this muscle isn't working optimally, then compensating muscles like hamstrings and lower back will be doing the work of those glute strength exercises. So it's very important that this muscle is working optimally, and that muscle is the psoas. Now, why is the psoas so important? It's basically antagonistic to the glutes, and antagonistic muscles work together to create movement. They work together. So if one muscle contracts, the other muscle, antagonistic muscle, must relax. And if that muscle, the antagonistic muscle, agonist muscle contracts, then the opposing muscle relax. So they work opposites, alternatively, to contract and relax to create movement. Now the problem is, if one side and one muscle is constantly tight, then it's going to shut down the antagonistic muscle. So if the psoas is constantly tight, your glutes are hampered. They're shut down continuously. We need both of those muscles. Remember, those antagonistic muscles to relax and contract with each other to create movement. That's the proper relationship. The problem is that the psoas is not meant to change length, actually. It's one of those unique muscles that's so important for human function that it doesn't change length. The only thing that changes length is actually stress. And once stress hits the psoas, then it contracts. Now, once the psoas contracts, then it's going to cause so much dysfunction in the body, because it's going to pull your body down. It's going to compress your hips, your core, and down. It's going to pull your chest down, and it's going to hamper your posture. So when you see someone with poor posture, it's not because of so much to do with weak, tight chest muscles and weak back here. It's because all to do with the hips, and the psoas is contracting downwards and really compressing. So the athlete is actually it's defending, not performing. An athlete needs to be up here, performing, good posture. So we need the psoas to be working functionally for many reasons, but especially for the glutes to function as well. So it's hugely important. Now, how do we know that whether psoas is not functioning properly? Then, simple test, it's not the best test, but it's something that you can easily do on your own, is actually lift your leg up. Now, functionally, the psoas is used it's unique in the way that it runs from your lumbar spine right through your hips and hits the femur there. So it's the only muscle that does that. And its function is basically comes into its own above that. There's many other hip flexor muscles, but it comes into its own with the iliacus above here. Okay, it's mainly the psoas that's doing that though. So it's upwards above the hip height is when it's working. Okay, so what you need to be able to do is hold the knee, flex the hip above hip height, and hold it there for 15 seconds without any kind of muscle compensation coming in. So once you do that, you can do that for 15 seconds, then you're actually, it's better, the psoas is working quite well. Is not working too badly. But if you're doing that and holding it for 50 seconds, and as it does that, there's cramping can happen. There's the quads come in and cramps, and the TFL comes in and cramps there. That means that the psoas is not working optimally, and you need to do it. And if you can't even get your knee up above hip height, and it's down here, then that's it. Or you're leaning back as you're trying to do it, then that's another indication your psoas is not working as well. So what can you do about it? You go to this video up here where I go through 4 activations. These are kind of the main activations I do on my Be Activated treatment. They're very important. This is probably the one most valuable video that I've done on this channel here. You should be using these activations here. So go here and replace the squat. I used the kind of baseline measurement for how effective these activations are with the squat in the video. I want you to replace that with this exercise here. I want you to be able to feel the difference as you go through the actual video, the difference that the activations make in terms of flexibility of freedom of movement, and you're sure to see the difference. And what you should be using those activations before you train. You should be using them constantly before you train as well, and maintaining it throughout the session by learning how to breathe properly, or breathing properly for you. And there's another video that you can actually go and right up here to learn how to breathe. So those 2 videos you should be going at to learn how to breathe, to get the activations, to work on the psoas so it's working optimally. And once you do that, then you release the glutes. Okay, so the psoas needs to be lengthened. It needs to be stress-free for you, for the glutes to fire here. So go to the video, use those videos. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll be releasing more videos like this. It's going to be helpful for you improving speed both instantly or even quickly. And if you could like and share the video, I would appreciate it. And just leave me to say, see you in the next video.